Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 113. I am so happy to have you here and tell you a little bit about me. My name is Anisha. I am a psychologist, I am a mindfulness meditation teacher, and an aligned life coach, meaning I basically help women live in alignment with what matters most to them. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I would love to know about you. So, I would really appreciate if you can drop in a hi in the comments and share which part of the world you are from, or, are you joining for the very first time, or have you been here before? So, this will like allow me to feel your presence since I cannot see you visually. So, yeah, feel free to drop in a hi. There has been some issue with my lighting setting today. That's why, the like if you are a regular, you might have noticed the difference. Um, Hi Colette. Colette says good morning from Calgary, Alberta in Canada. Welcome, Colette. Happy to have you here. I Okay, thank you so much for letting me know that, this also seems like fine. Thank you, Colette. Heidi says, Hi, I am from Denmark, here for the very first time. Hi, Heidi. Yeah, so up until now, my lighting was, the setup was off, and now, like, the electricity also went away. Things are going, like, with the technical stuff, are going, like, really wrong today. But I am so happy to be in the presence of such beautiful people here. And yeah, despite the technical issues, I'm excited what is going to come forward today. And Heidi, I hope that you receive something of value from this live. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of overview of what we do in these lives, and then we can get started since some of you are new here for the very first time. So we usually start this live with like meditation, with a 10 to 15-minute meditation. And this meditation help us like open ourselves, raise our vibrations so that we can receive that higher wisdom. Hi, hi Tiagan. Am I pronouncing your name right? Or Tigan? Or Tigan? Yeah. So which one is it? Tiagan, Tigan, or I forgot the pronunciation. Okay. Okay, okay, Tigan. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. So, Tigan is joining us from Australia and here for the very first time. Welcome. I am happy to have you here. And I hope that, you receive from this live whatever it is that you need at this moment. So I was giving you an overview of what we do here. So we do a meditation and then we move on to the next part, which is to spin the wheel of wisdom, which contains a lot of books, the name of those books. And the wheel randomly chooses a book for us, or you can say the universe, spirit guides, God, source, divine, whatever you believe in, chooses a book for us to receive a message that we need to hear at this moment of our life. And once we have a book, then we play a game where I ask you guys to choose a number. Okay. And amongst all those numbers, I pick a number based on my intuition. And then we do a reading on that. And things kind of flows from there. But before we move on to that part, I will share more details when we reach each part. But for right now, I want to ask you guys, are you guys ready for the meditation? Like, are you guys settled in a quiet place so that we can begin the meditation? And if you are, you can let me know in the comments by typing yes or ready. Thank you, Colette, for letting me know. Tegan is ready as well. Heidi says, Dan, okay, perfect. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to take a sip of water and then we will begin with the meditation. Okay, Kingsley also says yes, wonderful, and welcome. Okay, so the meditation that we do is based upon each day's Insight Timer quote. So when you open your Insight Timer app, you might see a quote on the main page, right? So I decided to actually, dive in deeper into the wisdom that has come amongst all the thousands of quotes. Insight Timer chose that quote for us. So let's tap into the wisdom right in front of our eyes. And that's why we do a meditation for, based on that quote. So, so let's begin. Begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can either sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As you settle into this posture, let your eyelids grow heavy. So, feeling your eyelids becoming heavier and heavier until they close completely. So once your eyes are completely closed, know that you can return to full alertness anytime. But for now, allow yourself to drift a little bit deeper with each breath. Feeling more and more relaxed with each exhale. In a moment from now, I am going to count from 5 down to 1, and with each number, you will find yourself getting more and more relaxed. 5. Feel your forehead soften, releasing any tension. 4. Unclenching your jaw and letting your mouth be rested. 3. Your shoulders drifting gently away from your ears, getting loose and free. 2. Your arms and legs are becoming heavier and heavier, sinking into the surface beneath you. 1. Your whole body is now relaxed. Every cell, muscle, and nerve of your body is completely at ease, and you have arrived at the doorway of your subconscious mind. And you notice that this door to your subconscious mind is wide open and ready to receive. From this point on, you let go of all the outside noises and listen to only my voice. Everything I say will help you feel wonderful in every way. Here at this quiet doorway, hear these words from Carl Jung. Don't hold on to someone who is leaving, or you won't meet the one who is coming. Let this wisdom sink in. Don't hold on to someone who is leaving, or you won't meet the one who is coming. It's like holding a closed fist. If you don't release the stone you are clutching, you cannot receive the flower someone is trying to place in your hand. Let this truth settle in like a seed that knows exactly how to grow. To help this wisdom take root within you, we will nurture it with gentle affirmations, which are nothing but simple truths, simple statements that your subconscious mind can absorb with ease. I will repeat each affirmation 3 times. For the first two repetition, Simply listen. And for the third one, repeat that affirmation after me silently in your mind. So let's begin. You create space for the right people and experiences to find you. You create space for the right people and experiences to find you. And now repeat after me. I create space for the right people and experiences to find me. Your worth is inherent and never tied to who stays or leaves. Your worth is inherent and is not tied to who stays or who leaves. Now repeat after me. My worth is inherent and is not tied to who stays or leaves. New connections can meet you in ways you can't imagine yet. New connections can meet you in ways you can't yet imagine. Now repeat after me. New connections can meet me in ways I can't yet imagine. Releasing what's meant to leave frees you to discover what is truly meant for you. Releasing what's meant to leave frees you to discover what is truly meant for you. Now repeat after me. Releasing what's meant to leave frees me to discover what is truly meant for me. You can honor the memories without clinging to the past. You can honor the memories without clinging to the past. Now repeat after me. I can honor the memories without clinging to the past. Every ending is an invitation to a beautiful new beginning. So take a moment to notice which phrase resonated the most with you, or perhaps create an affirmation of your own that is based upon the wisdom that came up. Once you have chosen a phrase, then I invite you to place one or both of your hands on your heart, and in a moment, we are going to repeat that phrase out loud 3 times. And with each repetition, I invite you to imagine the wisdom beginning to bloom in your heart. So I will stay quiet for a few moments so you can repeat that phrase 3 times. You did great, and now it's time to return. So I am going to count from 1 up to 5, and at 5, you may choose to open your eyes, feeling refreshed and ready for your wonderful day ahead. Or you can choose to simply drift into a restful sleep if it's time to rest for you. 1. Bringing your awareness to your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers. 2. Feeling the air on your skin. 3. Becoming aware of the sounds around you. 4. Taking in a deep, nourishing breath. 5. Opening your eyes gently whenever you feel ready, or letting them stay closed and drifting into sleep. Welcome back. Remember that you are a powerful creator, and the way in which you create your reality is through your thoughts, through your words, and through your actions. In this practice, we have honored the first two, and now to honor the third, which is action, I invite you to share that affirmation that resonated the most with you, or the affirmation that you created based on today's quote in the comments, as this will set that momentum so that you can finally, reap the fruits of all this inner work that you are doing in your real life. So feel free to share, that affirmation in the comments. And I see that a lot of new people have joined us while we were meditating. So I want to say welcome to you all. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 113. I am so happy to have you here. And in case you are new, you are joining for the very first time, then I want to let you know that, in case you're wondering, is this live over? Then it's not. We are actually beginning with the live. We just covered first phase of this live, which was a meditation. And soon we are going to dive into a lot of fun and wisdom. And until then, we are going to soon move on to that part. But if anyone, feels like sharing their experience of the meditation or to affirm that statement in the comments so that you can set the wheels right, then you can do so in the comments. And in case anyone joined late, like towards the end of the meditation, or if you would like to go back to this meditation, in case you missed it, because today's meditation was based upon this idea of letting go of a person, a thing, whatever it is, so that you can make space for new opportunities, new people, new ways of growth to arrive into your life. So, yeah, if you would like to go back to, listen to this whole meditation, then I want to let you know that this live and all of the lives in this Wheel of Wisdom series have been recorded, and um and hence the meditations have also been recorded, and I have recorded over 100 meditations so far, and now I'm publishing them actually on my profile. So you can find them by going to my profile, and I'm releasing them like one by one in a series in the serial order. So if you would like to check out the ones that are already out from the series, then I would like to, share with you where you can find them before we move on to the next aspect. And thank you, Nikki, for this kind donation. I am glad that, this meditation touched you in some manner. And I am so grateful to receive this gift from you. Okay, so I was sharing with you where you guys can find all the meditations that have already been released from the series and where the new ones gets added. So you can go to my profile. Okay, it's a little blurry today. My lighting setup didn't quite, just gave up on me at the last moment for some reason. So yeah, give me a second. Oh, there are some comments. Okay, let me first go through them, and a lot of hearts are flowing in. So, yeah, let me first. acknowledge what you want to share. Emilia is welcoming Heidi and Tegan. I love you guys, how the regular ones are welcoming new people into this community. And I am just so full of love, full of warmth to see, to connect with each and every one of you. You guys are so wonderful. Okay, so Nikki says hello. I am back. Welcome back, Nikki. Happy to have you here again. Emilia says I made my own mantra and used I release my desires and rest, knowing my destiny is in the hands of God. Oh, such a beautiful statement of surrender, Emilia. I love that, letting go of all those like plans that we have cooked up in our head that life is supposed to go this way and leaving things to be in a way like, let whatever my deepest desire is to unfold in the way it wants to be, in the way that would help the best version of me to come through. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that, Amelia. Love that. And Jerry Joe also like that. And welcome back, Jerry Joe. Yeah, if you are that same person who joined us, I think few lives before. So yeah, I'm happy to have you here again. Nikki says, I'm grateful as well. Thank you. And she says, I can honor the past without holding on to it. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so the one that we used in the meditation was I can honor the memories without, clinging on to the past. And I love your own twist to it. We also loves Emilia's, statement or affirmation. Jerry Joe says, my base mantra, silent, empty, witness. So powerful words, without having to speak so many words, just simple words to witness whatever is arising in this moment, within me, outside of me. And Jerry Joe says, yes, sister, good to see you. Good to see you here as well. Okay, so before we move on, for the new ones who are joining for the very first time, I'm quickly going to share where you guys can find the meditations that have been released from the series. And then we are going to move to the next part of this live, which is fun and wisdom, which is spinning the wheel. Okay. So, okay. So, where you can find it is you can go to my profile, go to the home section, and when you scroll down all the way, you will see a playlist. And in that playlist section, you will see Wheel of Wisdom, pick a meditation written. So in this playlist, I have added all the ones that have already been released from the series, which are over 36 meditations so far. And a new one gets added every week, every Wednesday. And this one, if you would like to get notified when this particular meditation gets released, and if you're new to me, feel free to follow me because when that comes out, you will receive a notification. And if not, then that's perfectly okay as well. Okay, so before we move ahead, I was wondering, since you guys are so patient and sweet, would you give me a moment to, try to work out the lighting? Just one more try. I already tried 6 times, but maybe seventh time is the charm. So would you guys be willing to, give me a minute? Is that okay with you? Or would you guys like me to continue with whatever is okay? Tegan has given me, the permission. Okay, thank you. So yeah, maybe one more try. And if nothing works, then this as it is perfect as well. Okay, just a second. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, V, it is your favorite number, but it didn't work for me. I think the extension cord through which everything is linked, I think um that needs to be fixed, I think. Okay. So, thank you for giving me a chance to try to work this out. But anyways, Emilia says, in my next lifetime, I will come a good student like Anisha. I won't leave heaven without a bag of dedication like hers. Oh, Emilia, that is so sweet of you. I don't know what exactly makes you say that, but it means a lot, Thank you. For highlighting a strength of mine for me that I can remember in the times when I doubt myself. So thank you, dear. Okay. So now it's time to move on to the wheel of wisdom. So let me show you guys the wheel. I know you might not be able to see it even less, like it would be even less clear, but yeah, let's work with whatever life is throwing at us. Okay. So this is our wheel of wisdom, and it's okay if you cannot see it. I'm going to spin and I'm going to spell the name of the book, which I do either ways because it is like very, very tiny. The names are very tiny. So, before we spin the wheel, I actually want to invite you guys to take a moment and bring to your mind what is it that you would like to receive some guidance on today? Like, is there something specific that is going on in your life? Perhaps a specific problem that you're going through, a specific area of your life, or maybe you don't have anything specific. In that case, you can set an intention to receive some guidance for today. So, once you guys have thought of something regarding which you would like some guidance, you can let me know in the comments by typing ready or by pressing the hearts, which are already flowing in, and I so much appreciate them. But yeah, you can let me know in that manner as well if you cannot type. Hi, Kathleen. It's so nice to see you here. I sometimes see your picture, but yeah, I am glad that, today you texted, like today you commented. It's always nice having you. Kathleen says, hi, Anisha. It's so nice to be in the presence of your calm, loving energy again. Oh, a big hug to you, Kathleen. I hope that you're doing okay. Okay. So, my beautiful people, have you guys thought of something regarding which you would like some guidance? We have a lot of hearts, but maybe someone can also type in the comments so I know. Apart from the hearts. Okay, Nikki is ready. Amelia is ready. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Nikki says so calming and soothing like Devi. Oh, that is such a huge compliment, Nikki. So Devi, for those who don't know, Devi is like a goddess, which is too huge to digest. But yeah, maybe that is true, like not just me, but all of us. Okay, V is ready as well. Belinda has shared exactly what she is working on and what she would like guidance on, which is I am working with and seeking guidance on self love and acceptance. Okay, then let's see what wants to flow in, Belinda, and for everyone as well. Okay, so I am going to spin this wheel. Even though you guys can't see it, I'm going to name it, okay? Okay, it is amazing that this book came up again because this is the very same book that came up in our last live. And there are 31 books on this wheel, which are randomly, like this wheel randomly chooses. And again, this book came up, which is You Can Heal Your Life. Exactly, Colette, same as last time. So maybe there is something that was left to be said from this book because there is a lot of like wonderful things in each of these books. And we just tapped into 1% or maybe less than that in the last live. Nikki says, yes, it is. I loved it. Okay, yeah, it is by Lewis Hay Catlin. You are right, exactly. So I know like most of you or almost everyone might be familiar with her. And you might even have read this book of her. And the thing here is that we are just welcoming that wisdom that wants to come through. And even if you have read this book before, it's about receiving that, that right message, receiving that reminder at the right moment of your life. So let's see what the universe wants to remind you or wants to share with you from this book. Um, and as I told you last time, I do not have the actual book with me because as I mentioned, I have read this over the period of like last 8 or 9 years, and I didn't thought I would be doing this. So, but I do have the notes from these books. So as I was reading each of these books, I actually made notes of the powerful insights, the paragraphs, the insightful paragraphs, or the transformative exercises from these books. So I have like these notes of mine. And what I'm going to do is I am going to close my eyes. For this one, usually we do like choosing a number game, which we can do with the next book. But for this one, since I do not have the book, I'm going to close my eyes and scroll through these notes until I feel like, yeah, this is the message, this is the paragraph, this is the section that every single one of us here or who will listen to the recording needs to hear in this moment of their life. And then I will go ahead and read that paragraph. Okay. So let's see what wants to come through today. Okay, so when I looked down, that the subheading of it was exactly what we did, like the last statement mm, we spoke in our meditation today. So the subheading is each moment is a new beginning. So for anyone who needs to hear this, each moment is a new beginning. Remember, you are the only person who thinks in your mind. You are the power and the authority in your world. Again, you are the only person who thinks in your mind. There is no one else who is thinking, in your mind. You are the one who controls that this is what I'm going to choose to think about, and this is what I'm not going to choose to think about. So you are the only person who thinks in your mind. You are the power and authority in your world. Your thoughts and beliefs of the past have created this moment and all the moments up to this moment. So your thoughts and the beliefs are the one who created everything that has happened up until now in your life. What you are now choosing to believe and think and say will create the next moment and the next day, and the next month, and the next year. So maybe it might be worth looking into our inner world, looking into our mind, and see what exactly is my mind thinking these days. What exactly my mind has been preoccupied with today or yesterday or this last week. And do I want to continue that? Is this something, is this the kind of reality that I want to have in my life? And if not, then we can change our thoughts and beliefs, which have the power to create this very moment, to create our reality, to influence our world, to influence, to direct the results that we are getting or we are going to get in our life. So we already worked a little bit on this one, when we thought about, when we brought into our life those wonderful affirmations, those one we thought about it. We said the ones that resonated most with us, and we also mentioned it in the comments. That's why I mentioned towards the end of the meditation that how we think, what we say, and how we act determine our reality, the reality that we are going to create. And if we just focus on that one element of thinking, it is usually associated with beliefs as well, because our beliefs are the one which determines that this is a thought that I'm going to get in this moment. So, if we work upon our thoughts and beliefs, we are going to change whatever is happening for us. And remember, you are the only one who thinks in your mind. No one else has the power. Even if someone says something to you, you can decide. You have the power, you have the authority of what goes on in your world. And before I move on to the comments, I have three resources for you, which might help you to work with your thoughts, to work with your beliefs. I'm going to like very quickly share them in case anyone is joining for the very first time and they don't know about these resources, or in case you struggle with, you know, your thoughts ruling your world, you not able to let go of your limiting beliefs, or you not even realizing what those are. What is that resistance that you feel when you try to work towards your goal or try to work towards what you want? So, this is the first resource that I have, which is Master Your Thoughts by Overcoming Common Thinking Errors. This is my most popular course so far on Insight Timer. Over like 3,000, in fact, like it is going to soon touch 4,000 people, 4,000 students who have taken this course and they have benefited from this course. And what I basically share in this course is all the unhelpful ways of thinking, which are not some random ways that I have picked up, but these are the ways that have been mentioned by different therapeutic approaches, that this is the kind of thinking that leads to misery, that leads to suffering, that is not helpful for us. So you can go through them and see, do you have any of those patterns in your thinking? Do you think in this manner regularly? And second, I've also mentioned specific strategies to counter each of those type of thinking errors or thinking ways that are not very helpful. So if that is something that you want to learn about, you can save this course and you can go through it later on. The second resource I have for you is Master Your Mindset by Identifying Your Limiting Beliefs. Basically, as I mentioned, that your beliefs are the one that decides that I am going to interpret the situation in this manner, because different people think about the same situation in a different manner. So if you want to uncover what what all have you learned? What all are you carrying in your backpack that you cannot really see? You look you look back and you are not able to see that. So in order to learn to know what all you are carrying within you, that may be just a burden, and that may be something that you do not want to carry along on your journey ahead, then you can try this course. It it includes every single technique that I knew of to help you uncover those limiting beliefs that are hidden in your subconscious, and to also learn where did you get them from, because from there comes the freedom when you realize that they are not my own. I learned them in some way. I wasn't born with them. And if you learn them, you can unlearn them. So, if that is of interest to you, if you do not know what are your limiting beliefs or would like to, um, learn where did you get them from, then you can save this course. And the final resource that I have for you before I go on to read the comments is this one. This is Transform Your Negative Thoughts and Master Healthy Thinking Using CBT. So, basically, in this course, I have like explained how thoughts are different from beliefs and how you can overcome both of them. I have mentioned all the strategies from this approach to help you overcome them. I mentioned it in terms of thoughts because thoughts are easier to change compared to your beliefs, which are deeply rooted. So, when you do inner work, when you are doing it with yourself, then it is easy to do it, on your own when it comes to thoughts. But with beliefs, sometimes you need the help of other person because you cannot see what you are in. So it is like all that messy stuff happening and you cannot see through clearly from that. And someone else can help you. And if you need my help for doing that, if you want to work personally with me, then there is that option as well. So in that case, you can just okay. In that case, you can go to my profile again. And towards the end, just like the home section, you will see a about section here. When you will scroll down at the bottom, you will see you will see like a link type of thing which can take you to all the ways that you can work personally with me as well. And for the thoughts, the techniques are like enough most of the times. So yeah, you can try this course as well. And people have benefited from this course. This is like to share. This is, I think, my second most popular course so far. So I hope that you will too benefit from it if that is what you are seeking to learn, how to modify your thoughts, not into some toxic positivity, but into ways in which it can help you move ahead. Okay. Um, so you can save this if this is of interest to you. And let me go through the lovely comments that poured in as I was reading it. And if something came up for you guys as I was, reading that paragraph or sharing something of my own, you can do that in the comments, because wisdom did not only come from these books or through me, it comes from everyone. This is just a space where it comes, where we maybe not comes, but where we are more open to it because it is already here. So Jerry Joe says, I have been getting ready to retire, and for a year I have Krishna and Arjuna in my head. hmm Okay, so these are, for those who don't know, these are like, I think like some people know it, but yeah, Krishna is like an Indian god, and there is this, like the Bible, there is Bhagavad Gita in India, which includes a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna about, life, about a lot of deeper stuff. So, so to give other people context, um, yeah. So for a year, I have Krishna and Arjuna in my head. I think we are almost done. Final battle ahead. What must I remember? Hmm. You tell me. Maybe as you go to sleep today, you can ask yourself this question and see in what ways the universe chooses to answer. Is it in your dreams? Is it to something that happens? Is it a line that you read the next day and that really resonate or that clicks with you that, yeah, that is what I was looking for. So let's see what happens. Jerry Joe says it feels like courage, but to think maybe go the other way, I don't know. I guess, if it is courage, if courage is the word that is coming up for you, then maybe experiment with that, just give that wisdom that came up a try. Exactly. We will see, if courage came up, then ask yourself, how can I be more courageous in my life right now? What would be a step towards courage in terms of whatever is happening in my life right now? And maybe that would reveal something. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Terry Jo says, Inshallah, goodbyes are hard. Yeah, they are. And I hope that, the affirmations that came up in today's meditation help you towards that goodbyes. And knowing that no matter what happens, the universe has your back. You are being held. Okay, so let's see. No, no, Logan, I was just coming to your question or to your comment. Yeah, uh, so it since I was reading Cherry Joe's comment, we got like a lot of other comments, so I went with that. um, yeah, Jerry Joe says just a silent, empty witness. Thanks, sister. You're welcome. Logan says, if the universe is a mirror reflecting the qualities of the divine, what practical steps can a student take in their daily life to polish their own mirror and perceive more of that divine reality within themselves and the world around them? Logan, the word that came up for me as I was reading your question was exactly what Jerry Joe mentioned, that witness word. That instead of believing all the stories that your mind is cooking up for you, witness. Witness what is happening around you, witness what is happening within you as you interact with with this physical reality, or if you want to call it um something else like Maya or illusion or whatever it is. So the clarity, or when you said how to polish their own mirror, might come when we, sit in that seat of awareness, as be a witness and just see things pass, and see things arise and just go away, just being a witness. And whether it is our thoughts, so we witness them, we see the true nature of them. When we witness them, we will realize the true nature of our mind, the true nature of our thoughts, of our emotions, of the things around you, and a lot, like a new world might open up, or we might be able to see the very same phenomena in a way in every single thing, like seeing everything as that divine, seeing everything as that one. Yeah. So that's what came up for me. That be a witness. And that's how you polish your own mirror, that you do not get entangled in the illusion, but you witness it. And yeah, you just witness it with curiosity, without subscribing to any beliefs, without subscribing to any conceptual knowledge for that matter. Just see it for yourself, experience it for yourself. And that's how you keep, I was going to say, keep your mirror clean, but I feel like the other thing that came up for me is that nothing can actually affect, whether it is in the outer world, whether it is within you, whether whatever happened to you can never affect you, or that, that divine that you call, that you refer to. And awareness can be seen as one quality of the divine or the divine itself. I don't know what, um like, what you believe in terms of that. But yeah, that is what came up for me. Logan says, yeah, okay, that was the previous question about skipping it. V says, my grandfather taught me to remember that goodbyes comes with new hellos. I love that way of putting it, V. This like just perfectly summarized today's Insight Timer quote, what we covered and everything. I love like using the simple words that we use in our daily life to sum up this wisdom. Like, goodbyes comes with new hellos. When you let go of when you let go of the past, you make space for something new. Love that, we. Thank you for sharing. Jerry Joe says, Logan, keep it simple. We forget it's a mirror and want to yell or hit it. Keep it simple. It's a mirror. Hug, little brother. Logan says, cheers, Jerry Joe. I have a tendency to overcomplicate everything. It's hard sometimes to remember that simply allowing something to be is doing something. Not everything requires action. Exactly. Sometimes the truth is so simple that we are like, no, this can't be, it can't be that simple. Or why did it took so much time to realize this when this was so simple? This was right in front of me. And we refuse to believe the simple. We refuse to be and not keep on doing, not keep on making our own constructs and theories and everything. So I am glad, Logan, that you're carrying this reminder again with you. Because as I say, there is nothing new that you learn. It's all a reminder, just helping you remember your own, just helping you remember what you already know, which is to keep it simple and to witness what is here, what is happening, being curious, being aware, and it would reveal itself to you. Before moving ahead, and this image come to my mind, and I think it was one of the quotes on Inside Timer as well a while ago. Like when we keep on, so it's like muddy water, and we are trying to figure out something. We are trying to gain clarity, and that's why we keep on doing this in the muddy water. We keep on, swirling it, finding something, like, yeah, just get aside. I want to see this. I want to see the reality. I want to get to the truth. We keep on doing this, and at this very act of doing, at this very act of trying, finding answers, all of this trying and doing and everything actually stops us to see, to clearly see. And when we stop, when we simply witness, when we simply look, when we simply allow, then clarity emerges on its own. So yeah, that's what came up for me. Yeah, Jay just says it's likely because you are smart, curious, and it's called all good. Yeah, so with analytical people, with intellectual people, that becomes obstacle sometimes, and that is not a bad thing to intellectualize or or to do this or to do that. Nothing is right or wrong. It's just about what is your goal, what is it you want, and does the strategy helps with that. So if thinking too much, if trying to overanalyze, conceptualize, intellectualize is not helping, then maybe let's try a different way and see. Okay, we says absolutely 100% Anisha about V's, comment goodbyes and hellos one. Hi Rich. Rich says, hi Anisha, a bit late today. That's all right. You're always on time. Maybe you were here for this discussion or maybe for whatever is going to come next. I believe that you are always on time, like every single one. Sarah, and kindness. Thank you for adding that, kindness element as well. Because I always believe, like, with awareness or mindfulness or whatever you call it, witnessing, noticing, sometimes it can get too frustrating for us to simply be aware of it. And sometimes we need kindness in the mix. In fact, not sometimes, I, usually use mindfulness and compassion together. Those words of, I think, in Japanese, it is known as heartfulness. And I love that word. I, love the combo of it because it's not cold. The awareness and the witnessing is not cold. It comes with that warmth of compassion, it comes with that warmth of kindness. And when you bring that loving attention, that compassionate awareness, that kindfulness, heartfulness, whatever you want to call it, then you see things transform and it becomes less of a struggle and more of like holding it. I am not finding better words. It's more of an experience that is coming up for me. But yeah, so the combo words works best. Yeah. So if you are too much, struggling with that you're aware of everything, but you are like frustrated by it, then kindness is the thing that you're missing. Okay. So, let's move on to the next reading for today. We did a lot of discussion today, which I love. I love the interaction, when you guys are so interactive. I'm going to drink some water before we do the next spin. Okay. So, again, bring to your mind anything that you need guidance on as we spin this wheel. It's amazing that from the last two lives, this combo is happening. So, first a book comes up, and then the second book that comes up is by Thich Nhat. Amelia, I think you started it. You really, really manifested from, on that day. That since then, on every single life, on every single life, that Thich Nhat wisdom is coming up. Yeah, so, hmm. Damn powerful, Emilia. Okay. So anyone who wants their wish granted, please, contact Emilia. She is like our fairy. Okay, so the book that came up for us today is How to Walk, and the book has been written by Thich Nhat. So give me a second to open the book and then we can play a game. Okay, so in a moment from now, I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers. And for anyone joining for the very first time, I don't want you guys to rush at all. Okay, I want you guys to take your time and see which number is coming up for you, and then share that in the comments. And then I will go through all the numbers that you guys share in the comments and choose a number that I am feeling called to. So, in this way, we will get to tap into that collective wisdom so that each and every one of us receives what we need most at this point of our life. Okay. So, give me a second to choose the numbers between which I'm going to ask you to choose. Okay. Okay. So, let's go with. Huh. Okay. So I invite you guys to choose a number between 8 and 93. Here you go. Thank you, T. T was very fast. Thank you, V, Kathleen, LJ, Heidi, Daniela, Heather, Helena, Sarah. A lot of new people today. I am loving this fresh energy as well. Thank you, Deb. Anyone else? Thank you, Amelia. Okay. So now I'm going to go through the numbers that you guys have shared and choose a number that my intuition is feeling called to. Okay. Today was pretty quick. Hmm. So before I share the number with you guys, I want to share a reminder that whoever number I choose is, it doesn't matter so much because since you are here in this space, at this time, you were meant to receive that message that is going to come through, every single one of you. So, with that said, the number that I'm feeling most called to is 67, and the number has been chosen by Heidi for all of us, who is joining for the very first time. Okay, so thank you, Heidi, for choosing that number for all of us. Okay, let's see what is on page number 67 that wants to come through. Ah, okay. So the thing that came up, the reading that came up, the heading for this is intention. And I think maybe Logan, you're going to love this because it is tapping somewhat about in terms of what we discussed to some extent. So the author says walking meditation is a way to practice moving without a goal or orientation. Mindful walking simply means walking while being aware of each step and of our breathing. So basically, you are aware that you're walking instead of thinking about something else, instead of using your phone. When you are walking, you are aware of each step that you take, each breath as you take it. We can even practice mindful breathing and walking meditation in between business appointments or in the parking lot of a supermarket. We can keep our steps slow, relaxed, and calm. There is no rush, no place to get to, no hurry. Again, there is no rush, no place to get to, no hurry. Mindful walking can release our sorrows and our worries and help bring peace into your mind and your body. So, for those of you who find it difficult to sit down and meditate, walking meditation might be the one for you. Or even if you are able to do that, or you want to simply bring more mindfulness into your life, to live with more awareness, to live with more, to live more mindfully, then you can try this practice of walking mindfully, which means that as you're walking, so when we practice walking meditation, it's simply like, um, you decide a small space that you're going to walk back and forth, okay? And if you want to like practice this a little bit more formally, that's how I'm telling you. Otherwise, you can practice it, however you are walking in your day. But yeah, just choose a space where you can like at least take 10 steps and you walk very slowly. So you do not walk, like you usually walk. You walk as if maybe you walked when you were a baby, like very slowly taking the first step and then taking a second step like that. And when you do that, when you lift your foot, you become aware of, you know, the muscles that are getting involved to lift that foot. And you move your foot, you move your feet ahead, and you feel like the air that is touching maybe the beneath the bottom, the sole part of your foot. And when you put that foot down on the ground, you feel that contact between the ground. Like, is the ground cold? Is the ground warm? Is the ground solid? Is the ground, like if you're walking on in a park, then is the ground like soft? So, you are aware of every single aspect of walking. And there is one practice by this very author, which is that, with each step, imagine as if you're kissing the ground. Imagine as if you are kissing Mother Earth in a way. And that can be a very beautiful visualization. I actually love that. That's why I'm sharing here. So yeah, each time you place your foot on the ground, you imagine that you're kissing earth, and then you put your next foot. I'm having very difficulty explaining this very movement in English, but yeah, you're aware of it. And this is just a way to practice it formally, but you can do it in your daily life with your normal speed, when you're walking normally, then you can simply be aware, just be aware that every time you put the foot down on the ground, you feel that you are kissing the earth and you feel the temperature of it. And then the next foot, and the next foot, and the next foot. And that's it, that's the practice. Just like how we observe our breath when we are sitting, we observe our breath coming in and going. So, with this walking thing, we are observing each step, touching the ground. And there are many different ways to practice this, but this is just one way that I'm sharing with you. And, the purpose of this, the another reminder, another insight that happens through this, or another quality that we are embodying through this is that of non striving, not going anywhere because we are always rushing towards something, to towards something from something. We are always doing that. So instead, walking for no reason, when you're practicing this more formally, like when you are intentionally taking slow steps, you bring that feeling of slowness, that groundedness, that feeling of being and not simply doing, and arriving with each step, arriving, with each step, you arrive in this moment rather than somewhere else. You arrive in the here and now. So, this will help you slow down, ground yourself, bring more of this non doing or being thing in your life, like not running after something, but arriving here, and a lot more other things. And it is a really wonderful practice. I would like ask you guys to give this a try. So, yeah, what was there? Yeah, and the author also mentioned you can do this in the supermarket. So when you are waiting in the line, to pay the bill, and the line is moving very slowly, instead of getting frustrated, you can become aware because you take very tiny steps when you are in a line, and it is moving very slowly. So every step you take, you become aware of it. So, in this way, everything that you do can become an opportunity to practice, to cultivate a skill. The skill can be patience, the skill can be, non doing, non striving. The skill can be something else, compassion, compassion for the cashier who is overflooded by all these people. And, compassion for yourself who is maybe feeling the pain in her knees standing, so everything can become an opportunity to practice and cultivate whatever it is that you want. And this is a very simple example. This is a very simple activity, a very amazing practice to try. So, yeah, that's it. What came up for me as I was reading this. And let me know, Heidi, and anyone else, if this particular paragraph resonated with you, or if something else is coming up for you. Sarah says, this remind me of my first time walking like this. And what came up at the time was a severe pain in my heart. This may be off topic, but why is it discouraged to meditate when strong emotions come up? Hmm, I don't know. I actually, I have found the most insights when I was meditating, when a strong emotion came up for me. So, okay. Okay, so you might be referring to that. Okay. So there are two um two scenarios. One is that, you're feeling a difficult emotion and you sit with it, you observe it, you meditate on it, whatever you mean by it. In terms of what I mean by it as a mindfulness teacher is, becoming aware of it, witnessing that emotion, feeling it, caring for it, a lot of those kind of things. So when I do that, a lot of insights came up for me when I did that for the very first time. And, you know, the more stronger emotion that you're able to sit with or be with, the more impactful it can be. But on the other side, what you might be referring to, or what you have heard other people say, to not meditate when you are having a strong emotion, it means that if while you are meditating, if you start to get overwhelmed by a difficult emotion, my advice would be first, see if you can actually observe that, be mindful of it. And if it is too overwhelming for you, then the, you know, the thing would be to bring kindness in that moment, to not try to push through, not try to push through, bring force and everything, but to allow kindness, allow space for it, to not to allow yourself whatever it is that you need in that moment. And it can be space, it can be a break for that moment. You do not have to, try harder. It's not about trying harder. And then there is like, trauma. So if you have gone through a trauma and if in the meditation that is coming up, that is getting re-triggered and it is like um beyond your limit of control toleration, then in that case it is discouraged because we do not want for you to get re-traumatized, to experience that all over again, and in a way that you are not processing it, you are again getting bombarded by it and your body is getting overwhelmed, your systems are getting overloaded, and that would not lead to any progress unless you are processing it through something, whether it is whether it is like any through any therapeutic modality or through with anyone else you're processing it. So that's why it is discouraged, that if it is leading to, it is triggering a trauma, then in that case, we do not want to re-traumatize the system again. We do not want to push through. The thing is to bring kindness in that moment and to give yourself a break. So I hope that I answered your question as to why that happens and the different scenarios. Um, Helena says resonates. So thank you so much. Yeah. I'm glad, Helena, that this reading resonated with you. Amelia says, what I've heard teachers discourage is trauma. Exactly. To ensure you have support to process traumatic experiences. Yeah, exactly right. So trauma is the one that if that is getting triggered, then if it is going beyond your tolerance level, then you need to pause, give yourself that grace and that love that you need in that moment. Because it would not bring any benefit, it would be like the first time it happened. Because right now you do not have the resources and your system is overloaded. So it wouldn't make any difference to re experience it for that, for no reason, and to experience the pain again. Um, Heidi says, I like the concept of moving without striving, being the movement and the being the movement and the moment. I do mindful running and will try to go for one later today. Oh, I love that. Huh, mindful running. That I have never heard. But yeah, I am okay. Yeah, maybe I will try that. So basically, yeah, mindfulness can be applied to anything, but I have only heard like the concept of mindful walking. So thank you for sharing that, Heidi. And yeah, sometimes, movement helps when you are like feeling too much. Movement help release that energy. It helps us because sometimes when we are feeling emotion, there is like all this energy moving inside us, this restlessness. So when we are walking, we are using that energy, we are turning it into something, and it is not as overwhelming compared to if we are just sitting, and all this energy is revolving in us. So it is sometimes easier when you are working with your difficult emotions to do it walking, or to do it with some movement, like allowing your body to move in some manner, like shake, move, whatever it is, so that that energy is used, that energy is, dissipated. Yeah. Okay. So, hmm, my lovely people, we have been live for 1 hour, 30 minutes now. And I think it's time to wrap this live. And before you go, if you guys would like a summary of what we all like, you know, uh, a summary of this live, then I would like to share the place where you can find it. Um, okay, give me a second. So again, you can go to my profile and on the homepage only, you can scroll all the way down. Okay. When you scroll down, you will see a group here, teachers group, known as Wonderful Beings. So I would invite you to be a part of this group. It is a like open public group. And what I do is after each live within like 5 to 10 minutes, I upload a summary of that live, meaning the type of meditation that we did, the name of the book that we read, and the exact readings. So you don't miss out on anything. And in that group, I also like, share any other updates, like if a new meditation is getting released, or if I have to cancel a live because of some reason that is not in my control, then I share the exact reason there. So it is like my way to stay connected and for you to stay updated about what is happening in my world. So yeah, I would love to have you in that group and stay connected with you in that manner. Oh, thank you so much, Emilia, for this generous donations. I cannot tell you how much, every single contribution of yours matters to me. Every single contribution from anyone else matters to me. And, you have been such a amazing support. I am like currently I'm like speechless for receiving this consistent support. And I want you to know that every single donation that you have made to me, Amelia, and every single one who had made a donation has gone to create more resources, has gone to create, to offer more things so that those people benefits, those people who need that support, need that guidance in their lowest moment, receives that. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. Thank you, really. Okay. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, so I would like you guys to join that group. And if you don't feel like joining a group, then that's okay. You can simply follow me and you will get notified when my new track is getting released, gets released, or when a live gets released, published. And by the way, let me share with you guys my next live here. Because I would love to see every single one of you in that live, which is day after tomorrow at the same time. And I am going to quickly share with you um, where you can find all of my resources. Like I'm going to share two places where you can find all of my resources, which you can go to after this live. So, you know, so that you receive that resource or support or guidance or whatever it is that you need in this moment. You know that there is a resource out there to explore more of that, to find help there. So I'm going to just share with you where you can find them. And I'm not going to go deeper today because, anyways, you cannot see anything much clearly. So, yeah, it won't be useful, use of your time. So, you can go to, okay, so you can go to my profile and in the home page, when you scroll all the way down, you will see my playlists here. Okay, so there are four playlists for you. One is related to healthy coping strategies when you're going through a difficult emotion. One is for negative thoughts and limiting beliefs, like more of like reassuring, soothing words that help you shift your perspective and make you feel less alone in your suffering. The third is mindfulness challenge. Every single track in this playlist is free, so that you can access them and you can develop that habit, be more mindful in your life. And the final one is Wheel of Wisdom, pick a meditation. So basically, I made a game out of it and I have put the instructions here for that game. And you can check that out. And every single meditation from the series of Wheel of Wisdom is in this playlist. And the new ones are getting added. So, as I said, there are like over 100 meditations, and I add one each week. So, there are currently 37. and more will be added. And then the other way, the other place where you can find all my resources is the courses section. So in the courses section, you will find 7 courses of mine. Three I already shared related to, limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, and stuff like that. And the other ones that I have are related to mindfulness, since we talked a lot about mindfulness today. So, if you are really intrigued about living more mindfully, or if you want to deepen your practice, and if you are already practicing, then you can try this course, which is the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Mindfulness Meditation. In this, I have also shared my own story with meditation. So, you can save it if you are, if you want to try this course. The next one is The Art of Noticing, how to find joy, peace, and beauty in your daily life. So I believe that everything that you're seeking is here right now. And I want you guys to experience that. So if you want to, find all of these different things that you're seeking in this moment here where you are currently in your life, then I would invite you guys to check out this course and see, you know, what you experience. So yeah, you can save that one. And the next one, it might be relevant also with the last reading that we did, which is how to stop chasing and start living, moving from doing to being. So if you want to shift your mindset in that manner, like reflect on your own life and see if it is serving you, you know, if you want to actually move from doing to being, and yeah, what is working, what is not, and have that mindset shift, then you can try this course. This is my shortest course so far. So yeah, it is a 3-day course, and you can save it if you are interested in that. And the final and the seventh course that I have is A Therapist's Guide to Accepting Difficult Life Situations. So basically, if you are in denial, if you're going through a difficult situation, if you're feeling stuck, if you want to learn how to process your emotions in a more healthy manner and how to move forward, then you can check out this course. It will help you, take your steps forward while processing everything instead of shoving everything down. So, yeah, these are all the 7 courses that I offer. And if you want to explore, you can like open the playlist, go into like all the different tracks, open the courses section, go through them and see which one is the one that resonates most with what is happening in your life right now. And if none of the resources that I have shared with you up until now resonates with what you are looking for, if none of the resources provides what you need right now, then the final way through which you can have that is you can go to the About section of my profile. Okay. Scroll all the way down. And when you scroll down, you will see something like this. And here, when you click on this, you will, see all the different things that I offer. So you will, you know, gain an insight into my own journey. So I've like shared my own journey in detail here. I have also shared how you guys can work personally with me, like in a one-on-one setting, if that's what you need right now. Or if you want to check out, all the other free resources that I offer, then you can also, access that in the About section of my profile. So yeah, that is all that I offer, and I hope that you did find something of value from this live, and I hope that some resource resonates with you from whatever I shared, or you can explore more in the About section. But yeah, that's it for now. And I hope to see you in the next session, which is day after tomorrow. Let me put that again here because I don't want you guys to, miss that one. Yeah, so that's it for this live. I absolutely loved the interaction today. It was like so rich. And thank you for your patience, for accepting me as I am, and for accepting this whole setup as it is, and yeah, just being here, I love each and every one of you. You guys are so amazing, and I'm so grateful for this space for Insight Timer and for you, I I'm grateful that you guys choose to spend your time with me. It means a lot. Uh, so I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. Sarah says namaste and thank you, beautiful Anisha. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you, Sarah. I love having you. T says thank you for these resources and your time. I'm glad, T, that some resource resonated with you because I created it for you all. So, yeah, I am glad that you're going to have the next step after this live to move to. So, I will see you guys day after tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye. And yeah, thank you, Nikki and Amelia, for your support. Okay, bye. VC is grateful for you too. We. Thank you for coming back in all these lives. I love having you. Okay, final bye.